So I visited Paris first time in my life and it was amazing, and of course I tried their croissants. They were perfect and I thought, could I do the same in my kitchen? I found the first recipe on the internet and decided to follow it. Spoiler, it took me some time but totally worth it. So I want to share this recipe and my experience with you. We will start with cooking the dough, and for the dough I need strong flour. When I say that it's strong, I mean the level of protein in flour. Mine has 11 grams, but better when it's higher. It makes your croissants airy and beautiful inside. The next step is yeast, and I chose instant yeast of Dr. Oetker. Exact amount of all of the products I will leave you in the description below this video. And then I add here salt, flour, butter, milk and water. Milk and water are really cold. Then I kneaded the dough with my hands. You can do it with a mixer if you have a great mixer, but with hands it took me from 8 to 10 minutes, and then I put my dough in fridge overnight. The next step is butter, and I decided to choose French butter. I think that French butter is the best option because we are baking croissants here. And butter should be unsalted and not sweet, sour sweet. I shaped it in 19 centimeters square between parchment, and also it goes to the fridge overnight, so now they are roomies with the dough. So the next day I took the dough out, and you can see that it rose in the fridge and it became bigger. I rolled it a bit and then started the most interesting process, lamination. So I took my chilled butter and wrapped it into the dough. At this stage you need to carefully pinch the edges of the dough and make sure that you don't have cracks and holes. Then you need to roll the dough up to approximately 60 centimeters. Start gently, because butter is still a bit cold, so you need to wake it up. Make sure the width of the dough is no more than 20 centimeters. Then fold the dough like a letter and put it into the fridge for 20 minutes. Make sure you always roll the dough along the open edges. Roll it out again to 60 centimeters long, and don't forget that 20 centimeters wide. And again fold it like a letter, and this time put it into the fridge overnight. I made it between my working hours, so this process doesn't take a lot of time. The next day is the last day, the day of shaping and eating croissant. I start gently, make sure that I roll it along the opened edges. I'm sprinkling the dough with flour and make sure it doesn't stick to the table. I roll the dough thin, this time to about 1 meter and 20 centimeters. Using a ruler, I make marks on the dough at intervals of 13 centimeters. Then I cut the dough into identical triangles. The dough should be cold and the knife sharp. And finally, I start the most enjoyable process, rolling up the croissants. Then I made a glaze from egg and milk and brushed it on the croissants. As you can see, now the croissants are small, so we need to leave them for 2 hours under the film at room temperature, so that they grow. In my apartment it's hot, 24 degrees Celsius, so I just left my croissants on the table. And now is a great life hack from me. So from this amount of dough I got 17 croissants, but I don't want to bake all of them. I want to bake only 8. The rest of them I will put into the freezer, and when I want to bake them I will take them out of the freezer and put into the fridge overnight, and then I will leave them at room temperature for 2 hours and bake. Meanwhile, 2 hours passed and my croissants became bigger. Just look at them, they're so cute and puffy. I glazed them one more time and then I put them into the preheated to 200 degrees Celsius oven and I baked them for 20 minutes. And I love watching this process when they are raising in the oven. What is your favorite process during baking or cooking? And this is the reward. Flaky layers, golden outside, buttery inside. They are not perfect, but they are mine. Crispy, soft, light, and suddenly I don't miss Paris that much anymore. Was it worth it? Every hour, every fold, every butter stain. If you've never made croissants at home, do it once in your life. It's like baking therapy. Let me know in comments if you like macarons and I will create video for you. And if you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next.